Hello and welcome to this edition of News Hour here on CCTV International. I'm Li Xin in Beijing, and our news coming up and topping that, a leaked Danish draft document for the Copenhagen Climate Change Conference has caused an uproar in the developing world. It demands less from developed nations and sets a peak year for developing nations to limit their emissions. Andrew Dupuy takes a closer look.
The draft specifies how much developing countries should cut and strays from the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities recognized by the Kyoto Protocol. The Sudanese chairman of the Group of 77 and China, Lumumba Diaping, has called the Danish text unacceptable.
The Danish text is an extremely dangerous document for developing countries. It is a total violation of the principles of transparency and openness. It is a rejection of the fact that the UNFCCC is the only legitimate forum for conducting negotiations by parties to the convention.
The text also proposes imposing a peak year for poorer nations to limit their emissions. Deputy leader of the Chinese delegation, Su Wei, criticized it, calling it unfair.
Our national conditions and our development strategy.
所以笼统的讲，要这个全球要达到这个峰值，要设定。
It is unfair to set such a peak target for developing countries, which are still in the early stages of industrialization.
Meanwhile, some 100 representatives from African non-governmental organizations stormed into the conference, condemning the Danish draft on Tuesday. Spokespeople for the group accused developed countries of taking advantage of Africa.
Developed countries that do not want to sign reasonable commitments under these negotiations. So we are not saying we want to walk out. We will not want our negotiators to work out. But please don't force them to do so, because Africa is too hot for us and we don't want people to continue to take advantage of us.
Please.
The top UN climate official, Yvo de Boer, has pointed out that the text has not been on the table in a formal sense. Andrew Dupuy, CCTV.